Some trailers just show you explosions. But the one for Blood Message, it's different. It's like a puzzle. It throws all these chaotic pieces at you, shouts, whispers, fragmented lines, and it dares you to put them together. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to deconstruct this thing piece by piece using just the dialogue to figure out the powerful story hidden inside and, well, what on earth a blood message actually is.
So, right out of the gate, the trailer hits you with this absolutely beautiful, poetic line. Just listen to this. When the Great Tang was still here, the lights on the Silk Road could light up the river of stars in the sky. Wow. I mean, think about that. It doesn't start with a sword fight or an explosion. It starts with a memory of a past that was so bright, so incredible, that the lights made by people could actually compete with the stars. That's not just history, that's almost myth, right? And this line, this sets the entire stage. This is the magnificent world that's been lost.
And just as you're soaking in that incredible image, bam, the screen cuts, and all you see are these 3 words. But that was then. It's just brutal. It completely shatters that beautiful memory. It's like being woken up from the best dream you've ever had with a bucket of ice water. We're instantly dropped from that glorious past into a much harsher, colder present. Okay, so this first part is all about those echoes of a golden age. It's about understanding how this world is defined not by what it has, but by what it's missing. And you can hear that sense of loss in the characters' voices, right? One of them says, "The Great Tang is too far from us now." And that word, far, is so important. They don't just say it was a long time ago. Far implies this huge distance, like an emotional canyon, separates them from what they're fighting for. The Great Tang isn't just a lost empire. It's this beautiful idea that feels completely out of reach. And that feeling of loss, it's not just some philosophical thing. It's happening right in the middle of a city that is on the absolute brink of total collapse. Yeah, the dialogue doesn't mess around. It's stated, plain and simple, the city is about to fall, and that is the ticking clock for this entire story. Every single line we hear from here on out is just dripping with that urgency. These people aren't just in a battle, they're fighting on the absolute edge, with everything about to come crashing down. And in all that chaos, you can pick out these desperate shouts that tell you exactly what the stakes are. You hear them yelling about 3 things. First, survive the siege. Just, stay alive. Second, protect the objective. There's something or someone super important they have to get out of there. And third, overarching all of it, is to fight for the Tang. So you've got survival, a mission, and this grand, almost impossible ideal all wrapped up together. But look, a battle for a city is one thing. What really gets you is the why. Why are they fighting so hard? And this is where the trailer gets really smart, because it zooms in from the huge battle to the very personal price of duty. Then you hear this one voice, and it just cuts through all the noise. A plea. "Wait for me, mother!" And man, that just hits you, doesn't it? It's not some hardened soldier screaming a battle cry. It sounds like a kid. And in that one moment, this huge, epic conflict becomes about something we can all understand. The fight for an empire, suddenly it's also about a child trying to get back to their mom. And that plea, it's immediately followed by this absolute declaration of intent. I will follow and fight my way out. You see how those two are connected? The promise to a mother fuels the promise to fight. Suddenly, family duty and military duty are the exact same thing, and it creates this incredible, desperate resolve. But here's the thing. Even with all that motivation, it might not be enough. Because as things get worse, we start to see that the real battle isn't just outside the walls, it's inside their heads. We're talking about a faltering faith. And you can literally hear this inner war playing out. On one shoulder, you've got this voice of pure, stubborn hope saying, "I still want to try one more time. Just one more push." But on the other shoulder, you have this heavy, crushing voice of despair whispering, "Nothing will change." And that right there, that's the real fight, isn't it? Hope versus hopelessness. This internal battle leads to maybe the most heartbreaking question in the whole trailer. A character asks, "Will the gods still be with me?" Think about what that means. When your own hope starts to crack, you look for something bigger, right? This isn't just about praying. It's about asking if any of this matters. Is anyone out there watching? Does any of this sacrifice mean anything at all? So you've got this lost golden age, this desperate duty, this crisis of faith. And it's all building to one thing, the title of the trailer itself. This is where we figure out what the final message really is. Because at this point, it becomes clear that this isn't about winning or losing anymore. They know this city's going to fall. They know they're probably not going to make it. So the fight isn't for survival, it's for meaning. It's about the statement you make with your last breath. And then we get the answer. This final, powerful declaration. I am the Great Tang. I mean, just let that sink in. It's not I'm fighting for the Tang, it's I am the Great Tang. That idea that seems so far away, so lost, it's no longer out there somewhere. It's right here, inside this one person. They're saying, you can burn our cities, you can tear down our walls, but you can't kill this idea, because it lives in me. So that's it. That's the blood message. It's a final, defiant declaration of identity and purpose written in sacrifice when all else is lost. It's not a note written in blood. It's your entire life becoming the message. It's the last thing you can possibly do when you have nothing left to give but yourself. It's a way to shout who you are into history so no one can ever forget. And the trailer leaves us with one last thing to chew on, this really heavy question. When history is forgotten, what is the price of remembering? And based on everything we've just seen, the answer seems to be everything. The price is everything you have. It's a powerful idea to leave us with, and it really makes you think, what are the ideas we carry inside of us, and what would we be willing to pay to make sure they're remembered?